All of this was driven by the Catholic Church, by Bishop Birch and the Sisters of Charity. The headquarters of Kilkenny Social Services were also in the same grounds as the industrial school, where the same Sisters of Charity had employed paedophiles David Murray and Miles Brady.
At the centre of this, we had a building, St. Joseph's. Now the Social Services Centre was in that compound, but it would appear that everybody walked past, in inverted commas, the orphanage, the industrial school, with a set of blinkers on. We don't want to know what's going on in there.
Orphans have an excellent home in St. Joseph's Residential School, which also provides a nursery service for the children of mothers who are ill or who for other reasons are temporarily unable to care for them. They lack for nothing in the way of care and medical attention. Insofar as it can be achieved, the aim is to ensure that they live as full and normal a life as possible.
It would appear that this great social revolution that's going on simply left these children behind, because there certainly was no benefits of the social revolution in Kilkenny in the late 60s and 70s visited upon the detainees, and I call them detainees, of St. Joseph's Industrial School. In fact, they were left decades behind, whilst the community moved in positive directions. And that's not to belittle the work that was done in the social services. But it is to say that there's this huge evil building.
So how much did the nuns know about the appalling abuse being suffered by the boys of St. Joseph's? The Sisters of Charity have declined to comment on this, saying that the matter is sub judice. However, this programme has established that in January 1977, one childcare worker wrote to Sister Conception, the nun in charge of St. Joseph's, saying that the situation at the school was, quote, highly undesirable and unsafe. In fact, he was so concerned that he resigned his job in protest.
He still felt so uneasy that he in fact didn't just resign, he also went to see a person who he thought would be a natural ally. He went to see Sister Stanislaus Kennedy, and he put her in the picture and told her of what he felt was happening in St. Joseph's. And all we know that happened next was that, and again it emerged at the trial, was that one of the Sisters of Charity and a member of the Gardaí went to Dublin and just simply told Miles Brady not to come back to Kilkenny, and so he disappeared.
This programme has obtained information that Sister Stanislaus Kennedy was interviewed by Gardaí in 1995 during the course of their investigations into the sexual abuse of boys at St. Joseph's. Sister Stanislaus confirmed to Gardaí that she had been told in 1977 that Miles Brady was physically abusing the boys. She said that, quote, I picked up on it that he might have been sexually abusing them as well, end quote. Later in her statement to the Gardaí, she said that, quote, with regard to what happened in St. Joseph's, you simply did not ask, end quote. This programme asked Sister Stanislaus to comment on what action she took on foot of this awareness of abuse. She declined to comment, saying that the matter was sub judice.
When I went to London, I was a rent boy for 3 years, 5 years. I thought it was the right thing to do, to sell my body, to make money. They have a lot to answer for. The nuns have a lot to answer for. They were to look after me. They didn't do their job. They brought in men to spoil me, and spoil me in the wrong way, sexually, physically and mentally.
It's not good enough to say we didn't know in general terms, and in this specific case, well, people were being told. And so I think that we need to nail that one as a lie. People did know about child sexual abuse, and whilst people may have not wanted to consider what it meant or the implications and perhaps the framework for validating complaints, and that wasn't there, They didn't know it existed.
Someone knew. The nuns knew. The nuns knew. Someone, they had to have known. With that many boys being abused, I mean, we're not talking about two or three people, two or three young boys here. We're talking about 25, maybe more. The nuns knew. They had to have known. And other people in charge, they knew. And if they didn't know, they were pretending.
Simply put, they should have been the first people that we looked after. They were the most vulnerable. They were the most needing of care. District Justice Kennedy in her report described the concept of overcompensation. They should have got more, not less, affection. They should have got more education, not less. They should have got more material comforts, not less. But what they got was they got 10 years of abuse. And that is something that I think we should all meditate upon. Because unless we learn from what happened in St. Joseph's and the other industrial schools, the same things will happen again. Maybe not in industrial school settings, but elsewhere.
St. Joseph's. Hell. When I'm old and grey, that'll still be with me. I'll never forget. Even if I was to have brain surgery in the morning, I don't think you could ever forget. Pain. You want to be a brave boy to live